Hey, it's Ed Talks TV. We have got the Beyond the Gate spoilers for the week of August 24th. Let's jump into it. I have not read all these spoilers, so you're going to get my live reaction and interpretation of what I think might happen based on what they're telling us. So we're going to start with Monday, August 24th. A mystery fuels old fears for Chelsea. So yes, we've seen Chelsea getting calls from an unknown number. She thinks it's Allison. Chances are it could be Allison, but are they starting to launch Chelsea into a new storyline, perhaps? Or is it somebody from Allison's life that is working with Allison to torment Chelsea? Kat is a source for comfort, so I'm assuming that has to do with either Chelsea or Tomas. Tomas got reamed out by Bill in Friday's episode, so does he go with his tail between his leg and cry to Kat, or does Kat continue to comfort Chelsea with her through her trauma and fears that Allison has resurfaced? Anita and Vernon put Danny in the hot seat, so most likely, once again, Anita and Vernon are talking to Danny about Bill. It feels like we're having these circular conversations with a lot of characters, and that's not super interesting. But I do like seeing Anita and Vernon, so I'll take it. Ashley gives Hayley what she wants. I think that's Bill being discharged. On Tuesday, August 25th, Heather toys with Martin and Smitty. So we know that Heather wants Smitty dead because of his investigation. Chances are Heather will now meet Smitty and Martin eating the show, and she will insinuate herself into their lives. She'll probably make some kind of donation to Martin's campaign, which again, if she brings down Martin's campaign, maybe it's worth it. But yeah, because remember, if she's revealed as the impaler, and they find out that the impaler made a campaign contribution to Martin, but who knows, because Martin has an invisible opponent, so who knows if they would even use it. Vanessa's ready for a major overhaul, so I'm guessing she wants to redecorate her house, which will probably bring drama with Donnell and Deanna. June bolsters Tyrell, so Tyrell's probably still depressed about old girl, and June is trying to cheer him up before he leaves for college. Andre confronts his past. I guess he's going to talk, because we see in the preview video that he's going to talk to Ted next week, so maybe he's going to download Ted and us on what happened. Chelsea projects her panic. So, Chelsea's still in a state. I'm glad they're circling back around, because that was a really good story, Chelsea's kidnapping, so I'm glad they are circling around back to it. And it's dramatic. It's soapy and dramatic. Randy has an intriguing update for Joey. So Randy has probably seen Heather talking to Andre and Danny and maybe Smitty and Martin. And so that's what he's going to update Joey on. On Wednesday, on Wednesday, Danny's hunt for answers is cut short. Not sure what she's hunting for answers for. Is it Hayley possibly having an affair? Is it about Andre being secretive? We'll see. Mona hustles Joey. So we're back there. Is she still gambling for Randy's soul? Carlton has an unexpected run-in. Could that unexpected run-in be with Leslie? Because it's time to move them both on from Nicole and Ted. Ted has heavy words for Nicole. If Ted lectures Nicole about her love life, can we kick him in the throat as well? Because I'm tired of Cole and his arrogance. I'm tired of Ted and his arrogance. Heather lashes out. So I'm assuming Andre doesn't give Heather what she wants, and so this will be the first of her being devious and nasty and terrible, and we'll see what she's got to offer us. On Thursday, Bill has a proposition for Naomi, so that means that he's probably going to ask her to fold her law firm into his. Tomas leans on Eva, So there we go. There we go. Let's see if Eva sends Tomas. Now, we know that they're in the preview video, Eva walks in on Kat and Isaiah giggling at Orphe Jeans again, and Eva doesn't like it. Let's see if Eva has the self-awareness when Tomas leans on her to say, you need to go talk to your girlfriend or you need to go find another friend. I thought we had this discussion already. But Eva's a hypocrite, so probably not. Nicole and Kat clash. Of course they do, because you guys know how I feel about, you guys know I love Nicole, but as a mother to Kat, she ain't it. Isaiah confides in Jacob. So is there something else going on between Isaiah and Eva that he's confiding in Jacob? Is it there's something will he tell Jacob about his relationship with Joey? Will he talk about his past with the guy that didn't get parole? And, so will he confide that was the incident that sent him to Seattle, and to turn his life around, or wherever it was. It might have not been Seattle, but the Pacific Northwest. Ted hides the truth about Andre. So Ted, it looks like Andre does tell Ted about his past, and I don't know who Ted is hiding the truth from. Danny? Ted barely talks to anybody on the show, so outside of Eva and, these days Shanice. So we'll see. We'll see who he's hiding the truth from. On Friday, Anita wavers on a big opportunity. This probably has to do with the Articulates reunion tour, the Articulates album. Maybe Devon from Young and the Restless wants her to do a solo jazz album. I think he had brought that up before. So we'll see, because we know she's insecure about getting her voice back. So we will see what that is. Vernon jumps into crisis mode. So does the crisis involve Anita? Does it involve Danny? Or does it some other Dupree? Chelsea and, whoever is calling Chelsea? We'll see. Hayley hassles Naomi while hustling Bill. This is why, Naomi had so much fire and heat at the beginning of Beyond the Gates. Remember when they did that gorgeous outdoor scene between Bill and Naomi, and she was like, you're marrying Hayley, my father is dead to me. We're seeing glimpses of her. We see glimpses of it, but I need Naomi to be the beast that we know she can be. Smitty and hustling Bill, listen, Bill, you deserve it. Listen, my slight crush can only go but so far, and you're a fool, and you deserve it. Smitty unwittingly incites anxiety for Chelsea and Kat. So I'm wondering if that has to do with their Tokyo show or something to do with Allison. And Elon has disturbing news for Jacob. Do we find out that Allison got out of prison? Do we find out that there's something going on with the Red Market, the Impaler? The Red Market's back in the DMV. There's word that the Impaler is back at the DMV. Or did they finally realize Jacob's not a good detective and put him back as a beat cop? And that's the disturbing news. So those are the previews for next week. Somewhat intriguing, not incredibly it doesn't feel like they're incredibly moving much along. We're getting more in the Andre story, it seems, but a lot of it seems to be super centered on Heather. Chelsea, it looks like, we're getting Chelsea centered in a story, which I will always take. And by proxy, that means Kat. But it doesn't feel like there's a lot of movement in the Bill Hayley story. Hayley hustling Bill is not a spoiler or plot progression because Hayley hustles Bill every time they're on screen together. But anyway, those are the previews for next week. we will see we just have to tune in and see what happens. We have to join Beyond the Gate each weekday for their continuing story. I'll see you guys later.